What makes you feel so close to some people, while others remain strangers? You've probably felt an instant spark with a friend, or a deep bond with family, yet struggled to connect with someone else. Why do certain people light up your world, while others fade into the background? Philosopher Martin Buber wrote, "All real living is meeting." His words suggest that true connection transforms us, but why do some meetings feel so profound? From ancient wisdom to modern science, the reasons we form stronger attachments reveal the heart of human nature. So, what makes people feel more attached to some people than others? Let's dive into this captivating mystery and uncover truths that might reshape how you see your relationships and yourself. Let's begin with philosophy. Martin Buber, in his 1923 work I and Thou, argued that real connection happens when we meet others as unique, sacred beings, not objects. In an I-thou relationship, you see someone's soul, like sharing a heartfelt talk with a friend who truly listens. Buber contrasted this with I-it interactions, where people are tools or means, like a transactional chat with a cashier. But here's the catch, I-thou moments are rare. Why do some people inspire this depth, while others don't? Is it their presence, or something in us? Aristotle, centuries earlier, explored attachment through friendship. In Nicomachean Ethics, he described three types: utility, based on gain; pleasure, based on fun; and virtue, based on shared goodness. Virtue friendships, where two people admire each other's character, like lifelong friends who grow together, are the deepest. Picture two artists inspiring each other's creativity. Aristotle said these bonds make life flourish. But what if you never find such a friend? Are lesser bonds enough, or do we need that rare connection? Martin Heidegger, an existentialist, added a darker view. In Being and Time, he argued that we're thrown into a world of shallow interactions, craving authentic connection to escape isolation. A deep bond, like with a mentor who sees your potential, feels like being toward another. But Heidegger warned that modern life distracts us with superficial ties. So, is deep attachment essential to our existence, or can we survive without it? Let's shift to psychology. Attachment theory, pioneered by John Bowlby, explains why we bond more with some people. Early interactions with caregivers shape our attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, or disorganized. A 2020 study in developmental psychology found that securely attached people form stronger bonds, trusting others easily. Imagine someone who feels safe sharing secrets with a partner. But anxious types cling, fearing rejection, while avoidants keep distance. A 2023 study showed 40% of adults have insecure styles, affecting their connections. So, does childhood wire our attachments, or can we change? Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, plays a role. Released during touch or eye contact, it fosters trust. A 2019 study in Nature found that oxytocin spikes during meaningful interactions, like a parent hugging a child. But it's selective. Oxytocin strengthens bonds with those we already like. Think of laughing with a close friend, the hormone amplifies the warmth. But why does it flow more for some people? Is it biology, or something deeper? Mirror neurons, brain cells that mimic others' actions, deepen empathy. A 2021 study in neuroscience showed that mirror neurons activate when we see someone's emotions, like crying. This explains why you feel a friend's pain as your own. But some people trigger stronger responses. A 2024 study found we mirror those with similar values 50% more. So, do shared beliefs make us bond, or is empathy universal? Social identity theory suggests we're drawn to those who share our group identity, culture, hobbies, or beliefs. A 2022 study found that people feel 60% closer to those in their in-group, like fans of the same band. Picture bonding over a shared love for sci-fi. But this can exclude outsiders. So, does attachment require similarity, or can differences spark connection? Let's explore cognitive factors. The mere exposure effect says familiarity breeds liking. A 2019 study showed that people feel closer to those they see often, like coworkers. But familiarity isn't enough. Shared vulnerability deepens bonds. A 2021 study in Journal of Social Psychology found that self-disclosure, like sharing fears, increases closeness by 35%. Imagine confiding in a friend about your dreams. So, is attachment about time spent, or moments shared? History offers vivid examples. Consider the bond between poets Samuel Taylor Coleridge and William Wordsworth. Their shared passion for romanticism forged a creative partnership that shaped literature. But their friendship fractured over differences. Was their attachment rooted in shared ideals, or doomed by human flaws? Or take Eleanor Roosevelt and Lorena Hickok, whose letters reveal a deep emotional bond. A 2023 biography suggests their connection thrived on mutual support amid public scrutiny. So, does adversity strengthen attachment, or test it? On a darker note, history shows toxic attachments. Cult leaders like Jim Jones exploited psychological vulnerabilities, fostering devotion through charisma and fear. A 2024 study on cults found that 70% of followers felt attached due to manipulated trust. Today, parasocial relationships mimic this. Fans feel bonded to celebrities. A 2023 study showed 50% of Gen Z feel close to influencers they've never met. So, is attachment always healthy, or can it deceive? Let's zoom out to society. Culture shapes attachment. In collectivist societies like Korea, family bonds are paramount. A 2022 study found 80% of Koreans prioritize familial duty, fostering tight-knit ties. In individualistic cultures like the US, friendships often rival family. A 2021 study showed 65% of Americans value chosen bonds over blood ties. So, is attachment universal, or culturally defined? Modern life complicates connection. Social media promises closeness but often isolates. A 2024 study found that 60% of online interactions feel shallow, reducing attachment. Yet, virtual communities can foster bonds. A 2023 study showed 45% of gamers feel closer to online friends than real-life ones. So, does technology weaken attachment, or redefine it? Workplace dynamics also matter. A 2022 study found that 55% of employees feel attached to supportive colleagues, like mentors. But toxic workplaces erode bonds. A 2024 report showed 40% of workers avoid connection due to competition. So, does environment shape attachment, or do we seek it despite barriers? Let's get personal. Have you ever felt an instant connection with someone? Maybe a stranger who shared your humor, or a friend who stood by you. Psychology's similarity attraction hypothesis says we're drawn to those like us. A 2019 study found that shared values increase bonding by 30%. But opposites can attract. Complementary traits, like an introvert and extrovert, spark balance. A 2021 study showed 25% of strong bonds involve differences. So, what draws you to someone, sameness, or contrast? Philosophy deepens this. Buber's I Thou emphasizes presence, truly seeing another. Imagine listening to a friend without distraction. That moment binds you. Aristotle's virtue friendships require mutual growth, like partners challenging each other's dreams. But Heidegger warns that shallow ties, chasing likes or status, leave us empty. So, is deep attachment a choice, or a rare gift? Let's dig into psychology again. The reward theory says we bond with those who make us feel good. A 2020 study found that positive interactions, like laughter, boost attachment by 40%. But negative bonds persist too. Think of staying with a toxic friend. A 2023 study linked this to trauma bonding, where shared pain creates attachment. So, does attachment come from joy, or shared struggle? Cross-cultural perspectives add nuance. In Japan, Ame describes a deep, dependent bond, often with parents. A 2022 study found 70% of Japanese adults value Ame-like ties. In contrast, Western cultures prize independence, weakening some bonds. A 2021 study showed 50% of Americans prioritize self-reliance over attachment. So, does culture dictate who we love, or do we defy it? Let's pause and reflect. Have you ever wondered why some bonds fade? Maybe a friend drifted away, or a romance cooled. Psychology shows attachment injuries, like betrayal, weaken ties. A 2020 study found that unresolved conflicts reduce closeness by 45%. But forgiveness can heal. A 2023 study showed that empathy restores 30% of damaged bonds. So, what's holding you back from a deeper connection? Let's tie this to today's world. From friendships to romances, we crave attachment. Buber saw it as life's essence, Aristotle as its joy, and Heidegger as its cure for loneliness. Psychology reveals our wiring, attachment styles, oxytocin, empathy, and our flaws, like shallow ties or toxic bonds. Culture and technology shape who we choose, but the heart seeks meaning. The difference isn't in finding people, it's in meeting them fully. A connected person listens, grows, and dares to love, even when it hurts. So, what makes people feel more attached to some people than others? It's a dance of presence, biology, and choice. Buber's meetings spark life, oxytocin fuels trust, and shared values bind us, but so do differences, struggles, and time. The real question isn't why do you bond? It's who will you choose to meet next? That choice defines your world. If you're watching this, you're someone who feels the pull of connection. That's a gift. Keep seeking those who see you, and don't fear the ones who don't. Philosophy and science show us attachment is messy, beautiful, and human. Share your story. Who makes you feel truly attached, and why? Drop a comment and let's connect. Like if this moved you, and subscribe to Cognitive Cosmos for weekly journeys into the heart of being human.